can't be thrilled with the last 2 days, and what's most pressing right now?
I think there's a few things pressing, but I'm going to choose to instead look at the positive instead of the negative. This point at last year, we were blowing them up every time we 10-2 against them, and what we soon learned was it's not how you start, it's not how you are in the middle, it's how you finish. So we'll make some adjustments to what's happened the last couple days. I was a little concerned about Zink today, solely from the fact that this is a team that released him earlier in the year, and guys try to do too much. And I think that's what happened today. I think he tried to throw too hard. Zink's effective because he keeps the ball down. He's got a lot of movement to his stuff. When you try to overthrow, your ball stays up, it flattens out, and all of a sudden now those pitches that are ground balls or weak fly balls or jam shots, all of a sudden are hit pretty good, and that's what happened today.
You get down a 6-0 hole that early, and it just kind of deflates a team. It's hot out there, and you're down 6, and just your thoughts on, at least it turned around. You started to get some positives and offensively later in the game.
Well, I think there are actually a lot of positives. I'm really thrilled with the job some of the young kids are doing. Gregory continues to get his hit or two every night. Sean Harrell's doing the same thing. I mean, even the ball he hit out to the wall, for the sac fly, he really hit that ball on the screws. And Ryan Mead had a couple hits. I'm glad to see Suttle get back to kind of being Eric Suttle, hit the ball up the middle, get your base hits. The home run a couple weeks ago, I think, kind of put him in that. I can hit home runs now, and it's a subconscious thing. He's not consciously going up changing what he does, but subconsciously you do. So I saw a lot of positives in him getting his 3 hits, hitting them up the middle, getting regular base hits.
Has there been a little bit of culture shock too after the trade with guys moving around a little bit?
No, not at all. Not at all. In fact, the trade really hasn't been a factor. We'll have Gordy in here on Monday, and I've got another guy we're going to bring in, an experienced guy as well, and so that will kind of change the look of the lineup as well. But bottom line is we've been behind the count or behind in the ball game early the last 2 days, and when you're chasing 2, you're chasing 4, you're chasing 6, it's hard to create your momentum. All of a sudden we don't have a running game, and that's been a thing that's been a big part of our offense. Well, you're down 6-0, you're not going to run too much. So we'll kind of readdress our pitching approach to how we get these guys out, and I always have a lot of confidence in David Harden, and we'll give him the ball tomorrow and look for something a little better.
Obviously, every game is important, but
no more important than any other. We still have 6 more games with them, so 6 after tomorrow. So I put no more importance on it. I want to win every game. You guys know that. I live and die every day with how do we do today. Somebody asked me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, how you doing? Ask me at 10:30. I'll tell you then. And I caught that out of Tony La Russa one time, and I believe it. That's how I feel. And if we win, I'm in a great mood all the next day up until game time, and then we'll see how it is at 10:30. But I put no more importance. Would I like to win tomorrow? Absolutely. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. We have a lot of time left. There's a lot of baseball left to play, as we discovered a year ago when we're sitting, 10 games up.
And one last thing on Zink. Do you think it does play a factor when you're playing your former team, and especially in the same so soon? It's not like he was with them 3 years ago.
Right. I mean, he was with them all last year, all during spring training, the start of the year. And I think it was just that emotion of he wanted to do well. He wanted to show them. And I think when that happens, when it's too much, it's one thing to have that fire, but when you have a little too much, now you try to do too much. And I think that's just what happened. And I think he made an adjustment in the last inning, but at that point, he'd had enough. So let's get him out of there. Let's get Kaufman out of there. Those guys didn't have any days off, him and Block, and so let's get them out of there and think in the longer term versus the shorter term. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.